Hi, welcome back to Senior Savvy Cannabis. I'm Catherine Goldberg, and today we are joined by the co-founder and CEO of 1906, Peter Barsoom. Peter, thank you so much for coming on the podcast to chat with us. This is actually I didn't tell you this, but we haven't had any brands on the podcast because I try to stay very agnostic. But when there's a brand that really kind of grabs my attention that I think our market should know about because it's so different than what everyone else is doing, I'm thankful that you agreed to have this conversation with us. So thanks for joining us.
A pleasure to be on. I love what you're doing. Thank you for really being an advocate and evangelist for cannabis. For cannabis among segment of the population that is often not well served by dispensaries.
Exactly. So first of all, can I ask you a preface question before we even get into this? Why
Sure.
1906? What did
Oh, that
something happen in 1906 that we need to know
yeah.
about? Okay.
So that was the year that effectively started the prohibition of cannabis with the passage of the Wiley Act. And so for us, our name represents our mission in terms of there once was a day where cannabis was widely accepted and available and legal. So part of our mission is to bring cannabis back to its pre-prohibition time. And the second part of our name is a reminder that there's been 120 plus years now, or almost 120 years of a racist war on drugs, and our work is not yet complete. So it's our North Star.
I love it. I love it. That's how you create a brand, a meaningful brand. And I love that it goes beyond just helping individuals. We're really trying to repair and heal society at the big picture. Um, so you guys don't sell flour, you don't sell pre-rolled joints. What's the 1906 product lineup?
Yeah. So, we started 1906 because we, as founders, we love smoking flower. It's a great way to enjoy the plant. It's the way in which we have had a relationship with the plant since time immemorial. And so when we started the company 10 years ago, less so today, but 10 years ago, there were a lot of times in the day and places where you can't smoke flower. And if you're a flower smoker, most edibles just suck compared to flower. You have no idea how it's going to make you feel. You have no idea when it's going to kick in or how long it's going to last. They're often not made with quality ingredients. And so the first reason why we started in 1906 is to give people the best possible cannabis experience without the smoke. So our product line is the closest thing to a flower high that you can get in terms of it being fast acting. It bypasses the liver, so you get a delta 9 effect. And then we create the entourage effect through the combinations of cannabis with other plant medicines. Because as you probably know, terpenes create the entourage effect for smoking flower. And that's what makes a Durban poison different than a triangle kush. But you can't, if you eat terpenes, nothing's going to happen. And so the science shows that our body doesn't break down terpenes to create a physiological effect. The physiological effect from terpenes only come when it gets exposed to your nasal cavity and it creates that physiological effect. So for all those folks who talk about, oh, I've laced my edibles with terpenes, sorry, it's bullshit. There's no science. That's not the way our bodies work. Otherwise, we'd be having like myrcene gummies in Whole Foods if that's the way it works, right? But there's a reason why you don't find it that way. So, in order to create that same entourage effect and get the specificity that we're used to as flower smokers in choosing a Blue Dream or a Durban or Sour Diesel or a Jack Herer, we utilize dietary supplements and plant medicines that, when combined with cannabis, create that specific effect. So, if you're looking for a sativa, for instance, high in flower, you'd be looking for strains that have a higher limonene content, for instance. Limonene, would be kind of in parallel to adding caffeine to our go. Myrcene, which is more sedating and relaxing, for instance, would be similar to L-theanine or our magnolia in chill. Um,
mean,
So between,
it's
yeah,
really an effects based approach, uh, based on you're asking, I guess, the consumer, how do you want to feel,
yeah,
and then they can either feel energized and clear headed, or they can
yep,
feel sedated and sleepy.
yep,
Can you tell us about some of the middle ground there?
yeah. So we
And
have
by
a
the way,
whole,
just sorry, just to take one step back also. So you
sure.
obviously 1906 doesn't make gummies. You don't
Actually, we
make,
do.
oh,
We
okay.
just,
Is that
we
new?
just, that is new. We just launched our first gummy at the end of last year. So our whole product line, encompasses all the reasons why people walk into a dispensary. We have Go for energy, Genius for focus and creativity, because people have been using cannabis to get into that sort of f cognitive flow state as well. We have Bliss, which is nature's antidepressant for mood uplifting. Chill, which is for anxiety and relaxation. Love for sex and arousal. Sleep, which as its name connotes, is for sleep. And then we just recently launched our two new products for pain. Because as you know, one of the top reasons why people walk into a dispensary, it's pain, it's sleep, and anxiety, right? Those are the
The
top
three.
three reasons why. Exactly. And but up until now, there have been no products that were other outside of topicals that have been specifically formulated to address pain. And we know pain is complex, and it's more than just THC or CBD that provides relief. So our new product, which is called Pain in the direct-to-consumer market and called Relief in the dispensary market, is a combination of Boswellia, which is an amazing plant that has been used for centuries for joint and tissue and recovery, plus six different cannabinoids that address mood, inflammation, nerve health, sleep, homeostasis, so on and so forth. So for the first time ever, consumers now have a scientifically formulated product for pain that is cannabis based.
That's
And our first gummy.
ingestible. Yeah,
And that's our first gummy. Yep.
amazing. Okay, you said that there are kind of two tracks. There's the pain and the relief. And tell me if I'm not allowed to ask this, by the way. But
Go for it.
is it the exact same product?
In the relief is a higher milligram. So pain, which is what we sell in online, is a 10 milligram product. And it's called relief in the dispensary market. And that comes right now in New York in a 25 milligrams of THC because for a significant portion of the population who are suffering from chronic pain and going into a dispensary, they often need higher dose options.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we've talked about over the past couple of months. That microdosing is great for a lot of people, but when you're using it, day after day for medical reasons, we really do need options that can serve everyone.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this also: why are there? I can't think of any other cannabis brands that have taken this approach where it's not just the weed. It seems like the weed is a fraction of the formula and the success of your product. So are people just not that smart, or do they not, what, like, why isn't this more common?
Yeah. Great question. When we started the company 10 years ago, I asked myself that question as well. Um, and, for all the talk about cannabis as medicine, to think that it wasn't available in what is a traditional medicinal format, which is a pill, was also surprising. When we first started off with chocolates, then we launched our pills. Now we launched gummies, and we're launching beverages in a couple of weeks as well. So for us, it was always about, hey, give people the first question is, how do you want to feel? This is medicine. It's not candy. And so the first question is, and Catherine's high may be different than Jake's high, may be different than Laura's, high in terms of how it is that you want to feel, and why, which is why we created 1906 that way. Now, you asked why haven't others done it? Number one, because it's hard. It took us years of science and years of research to do that. You've seen people coming in with some sort of effects base, but unfortunately, for pretty much everybody else, it's just a bunch of marketing fluff. Like altering the THC CBD ratio doesn't give you something that's uplifting versus something that's relaxing. That's just, again, there's no science behind it. So I think the first part is that it's hard to do. The second part is, let's look at the environment. We're talking about dispensaries. Dispensaries, have traditionally been focused on the high dose male consumer. And so if you are somebody who's looking for wellness solutions or low dose, or you tend not to be sort of the masculine bro, dispensaries aren't the most hospitable environment, and those folks are not the majority of consumers walking in. And I think that's the other reason why. Now, that has changed dramatically in the last 10 years. So there's lots of reasons for hope. And we think that, this is it's not just a trend, this is here to stay.
I love it. Yeah, it's clear that the what we don't see is profound, right? Like the building and the all the research that had to come together to create such not only one unique product but a whole line of unique products is really spectacular. It's like kind of the science fiction of cannabis, like where we kind of got into the industry around the same time. So I feel like this is like what I dreamed of. And I'm glad it exists. So I have two questions. So first of all, I did a podcast episode at the very beginning about how much I love coffee and cannabis together and how that is my magic formula to get my work done. I have seen gummies in California that are like energizing gummies that
Yeah.
have THCV, and they also say on the label that it contains caffeine and vitamin B12. Um, I heard that you guys tried to do something similar and there was some backlash. Did I understand that correctly? Can you tell us about what happened and maybe why and where we are on that right now?
Yeah, for sure. So our Go product, which we launched in November of 2016, so has been on the market, which is caffeine is the best central nervous stimulant known to man, right? There's a reason why billions of people consume it every single day in many different formats, whether that be in coffee, whether it be in their energy drink, whether it be in their workout stack. Caffeine is ubiquitous, and that's because it really works really well. However, caffeine has some negative side effects, like you get the jitters, or you can get the crash, or you can get an accelerated heart rate. So, our Go formulation pairs caffeine with three other plant medicines to eliminate the jitters, to extend out the duration of the caffeine so you don't experience the crash, and a vasodilator, which increases blood flow to the body and the brain so you don't feel so amped up, for instance. So, to me, it's like the best source of energy that you can get, and it's frankly the best sativa edible on the market. Um, in New York, early last year, I think it was maybe April or May, I can't remember the exact date. The OCM did a random inspection at a dispensary and said, "Oh, you can't put caffeine in a cannabis product." And so we said, first of all, and they said and we said, well, nowhere in the regs does it say that. And by the way, we've been doing it since day one. And by the way, we submitted our product plans to you as part of the license. So strange that you'd be coming a year later and saying caffeine is not allowed. And we appealed. They dug in their heels. We then went into an administrative appeal. And the day before the court hearing, we got a call that said, actually, you're right. Um, we're wrong. And we're removing the quarantine and we're removing the order. And yes, you can now put it back on the market. So, um,
Oh, okay, so some like bullshit shit show
yeah,
that just
yeah.
thankfully got resolved, but probably caused you a great deal of stress
A great deal of stress. Consumers didn't have access to our products, and
for no
it
reason.
was
For I mean,
no
if
reason.
there was a reason,
Yeah, but that's it. No reason. Products back
bizarre.
on the market. Yeah,
So up until now, really the only way for people to get their cannabis was to go physically into a dispensary or to have it delivered if they live in certain places. Do
yeah,
you think that model is changing? And if so, can you explain how and how you are possibly leading the charge on that?
yeah. It's amazing, Catherine. I mean, thank God, because cannabis has been locked up since 1906, and yes, since 2014, we've had states legalize it, but that path to legalization has been rocky. You still have to go to a dispensary. You still have to pay high taxes. And there are many markets that don't have access to dispensaries. There are many people who live in markets where it's legal, where they're too far away from dispensaries. And there's many people who live in areas where they have a dispensary, but they don't necessarily want to walk into a dispensary. And guess what? They want the convenience like they do with their toilet paper or they do with anything else to have it shipped directly to their home. Um, and thanks to the Congress in the 2018 Farm Bill that legalized CBD, they also legalized THC to be permitted in products so long as two conditions were met. Number one, the THC has to come from hemp. And number two, it has to be an amount less than 0.3% by weight. So not by milligrams, but by weight. So that opened up a whole industry now that is as big and soon enough will be much bigger than the state regulated industry. The beverage companies were the first to be at the forefront of that, in particular Can a number of years ago, but now it's become quite
Everywhere.
available. Yeah, everywhere between online liquor stores, Total Wines and Spirits in many places are now carrying THC beverages in their liquor stores and also online. So we launched our online platform in November of 2023, and that has been gangbusters. Our biggest states are places like Texas and Florida, where you don't have access to quality cannabis legally. And also, what we launched online is a 2 milligram microdose product. Now, this is something that if it was in the dispensaries wouldn't sell. They wouldn't carry it and it wouldn't sell. But we have, I think close to 100,000 customers now that have bought a 2 milligram microdose cannabis product online from 1906, shipped directly to their home, totally legal, put on their credit card, and discreet. And
That
we
makes me
think
so
this is,
happy.
yeah, this is the future. I think there'll always be a space for dispensaries, particular for education, for discovery, for flower, for higher dose options. I think of it as kind of like beer and liquor, right? If you want beer, you can buy beer at any corner store. If you want liquor, you have to typically go into a liquor store. And I think that's the way it should be in cannabis. If you want high dose options, go into a dispensary. If you want low dose cannabis options, you should be able to have it delivered directly to your door. And that's what we do.
I love it. So just to get into one more element of the science, um, hemp THC and
Mhm.
um, cannabis THC are the same molecule or no?
Y- Identical. A lab, think of it as like caffeine.
Okay.
You can get caffeine from green tea, you can get caffeine from guarana, you can get caffeine from coffee. Guess what?
It's
It's
all caffeine.
identical. It's all caffeine. And this is all THC. Especially, if you look at many of the edibles or the vapes or the other stuff where they're just putting like 98% THC distillate, that's it. There's nothing else. There's no full spectrum. It's just the THC molecule.
Bizarre. And then that 2 milligram product that you guys have, what form of cannabis? Is it a gummy? Is it a pill?
It's a pill.
Okay.
And then we did launch our gummies, which are a slightly higher dose at 10 milligrams a gummy as well. So we have higher dose as well as lower dose options now available online.
This is amazing. I mean, all the things that were holding everyone back. It seems like we really kind of just the floodgates are open. Um,
Yes,
do you guys offer like a subscription program?
we do. Yes, we do.
Because I feel
And
like
about 20 to 25% of our business is now subscription.
because you once you're out, there's a problem, you know.
Yeah.
And what is your most popular item that you guys sell right now?
Our Bliss is our most popular, and I think come February it'll probably be Love, but Bliss with the holidays with Dry January right now is our most popular.
Amazing. Well, I might need to have you back on to talk about the love formula for
Oh
Valentine's.
yeah,
Um, or we'll dive into it. But
yeah, for sure.
this, I'm as someone who's been in the industry for quite a while, I'm often not surprised, and I'm often sort of disappointed at how not far we have come. But having
Yeah,
this conversation with you really kind of reignites my enthusiasm, and I think it just shows people that it's not just about smoking joints. Like that doesn't even enter into the consciousness of this conversation in the slightest. It's just, how do you want to feel? What ailment are you trying to alleviate? Here's a product, or here are multiple products.
yeah.
um
Like we've made cannabis too complicated. Also, I mean, what we often say is 1906 was created for two types of people: the cannabis connoisseurs, for whom they love flower and they want all the benefits and what they expect in flower, a fast-acting Delta-9 high that gives them a specific effect, which we're the only company that delivers on that. And then the second type of person that we created 1906 for is for people like my mom that doesn't know how to spell THC. And all she wants to do is help her with something with pain or with sleep. And it's like, why do I have to know? Why should I be putting Durban poison in my body? What is a milligram? Like, just give me something to help me sleep or to help me with pain. Keep it simple, safe, effective.
right,
And
they don't want to
that,
burn their throat. People who have never smoked in their life, they don't want to start now.
yeah. And they also don't want to have to learn. They don't need a PhD in the endocannabinoid system and terpenes and everything else like that to figure out, just give me something to help me with pain or with sleep or anxiety.
Absolutely. Well, this is incredible what you're doing. And I'm so thankful that we finally connected. Not that it didn't take that long, it happened immediately, but I feel like it was meant to be for many years. So thank you so much, Peter. And let's definitely keep in touch, because I love what you're doing. And we can do a deep dive on some of the individual products, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, Catherine. If you're in California, is that right?
I'm in California.
Yeah. And what's your tip for you? What's your typical dose tolerance level?
So, okay, here's the thing. I like smoking flower. I like my little joint. I like my little joint with my coffee, and I like the ritual of it. I know that I'm doing a disservice to myself by smoking joints, as many as I am, because like I'm burning off the terpenes. Like combustion really isn't good. I use it before I get on the elliptical. So I'm always open to new products. I think it's just getting past the mental hurdle, honestly, which I don't think is really a senior savvy concern. But I think for people who have enjoyed smoking flower for many years, it's become part of our life. That,
Sure. Oh yeah.
and it's not, you're not asking anyone to give up something. in the slightest. But that the reason I think I've always stayed on the flower side more so than exploring beverages or vapes or whatever is because I like flower. I like rolling it up. I like smoking it. Um,
Yeah.
but I know that that's not the best option for family members, for older neighbors. Um, so I appreciate the wide variety of forms that cannabis comes in, including I've seen inhalers. Someone posted an inhaler on Reddit the other day. So I'm delighted that there's so many forms it comes in.
Send me your address, and I would love to send you a package of a sampler kit if you'd be open to trying, Catherine.
I'll try it and then I'll do it on video so you can see my delight.
That would be lovely. Yeah, try especially I box every morning and I take a go, a half hour before my workout, and it's the best pre-workout stack for me.
I love it. I love it. I feel like we can be like best friends.
Sounds good. Love it. I
Awesome.
love your home, Catherine.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'll be in touch via email. And
Great.
thanks for your time, Peter. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Take care.
Okay. Have
Bye-bye.
a good day. See ya.